The earth shook, and a nation trembled. The ground beneath Myanmar, once a symbol of stability, had turned into a force of chaos and destruction. On Friday afternoon, March 28, 2025, a devastating earthquake ripped through Myanmar, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The serene afternoon was shattered by the violent tremors that sent shockwaves through the heart of the nation. The epicenter, near the historic city of Mandalay, became the focal point of a tragedy that would reverberate across the nation and beyond. This city, known for its rich cultural heritage, now lay in ruins, its streets filled with debris and despair. Registering a powerful 7.7 on the Richter scale, the initial quake was just the beginning. The sheer magnitude of the earthquake was enough to cause widespread panic and chaos. Aftershocks, some nearly as powerful as the first tremor, continued to rattle the region, spreading fear and further compromising already unstable structures. Each aftershock brought with it a renewed sense of dread and uncertainty. The ground beneath Myanmar, once familiar and steady, had transformed into a source of terror, leaving its people grappling with the devastating consequences of nature's raw power. The landscape was marred with cracks and splits, a testament to the earthquake's ferocity. This wasn't just a seismic event, it was a humanitarian crisis unfolding in real time. Rescue workers and volunteers rushed to aid the victims, setting up makeshift shelters and distributing essential supplies. The world watched, holding its breath as the dust settled, revealing the true extent of the devastation. The images of collapsed buildings and desperate survivors were broadcast globally, drawing international attention and concern. The initial reports were grim, painting a picture of widespread destruction and unimaginable loss. Families were torn apart, homes were reduced to rubble, and the death toll continued to rise. As the aftershocks subsided, a horrifying reality began to set in. Myanmar, a nation already grappling with internal conflict, was now facing a disaster of unprecedented proportions. The earthquake had compounded the existing struggles, making recovery even more challenging. The road to recovery promised to be long and arduous, a testament to the sheer force of the earthquake and the challenges that lay ahead. Yet amidst the rubble and ruin, there was a glimmer of hope as communities came together, determined to rebuild and restore what was lost. Each passing hour brought with it a heavier heart, as the true human cost of the Myanmar earthquake became tragically clear. The devastation was not just in the crumbled buildings, but in the shattered lives and broken spirits of those who survived. The death toll, a stark and somber figure, climbed with each passing moment. Families waited in agony, hoping for a miracle that seemed increasingly unlikely. As of today, March 30, 2025, over 1,600 souls have been lost to the unforgiving tremors, a number that continues to rise as rescue efforts press on. Their lives tragically cut short by the disaster, leaving behind a void that can never be filled. Memorials have sprung up with flowers and candles marking the spots where lives were lost, but the number, as staggering as it is, only tells part of the story. The survivors too carry the weight of this tragedy, their lives forever altered. Behind each digit lies a human life, a story left unfinished, a family forever scarred by the loss. The pain is etched on the faces of those who hold on to photographs of their missing loved ones. The injured, numbering over 3,400, face a long and uncertain road to recovery, their bodies bearing the physical and emotional scars of the disaster. Field hospitals are overwhelmed, and medical staff work tirelessly to provide care, their bodies bearing the physical and emotional scars of the disaster. Support groups have formed, offering a glimmer of hope and solidarity in the face of overwhelming grief. For many, hope dwindles with each passing moment. The search for missing loved ones continues, with rescue workers pushing through exhaustion to find any signs of life. 139 people remain missing, their fates hanging in the balance, their loved ones clinging to the slimmest threads of hope. Missing persons posters line the streets, a haunting reminder of those still unaccounted for, their fates hanging in the balance, their loved ones clinging to the slimmest threads of hope. Volunteers and search and rescue teams work around the clock, sifting through rubble in a desperate bid to find survivors, their loved ones clinging to the slimmest threads of hope. Vigils are held, with families and communities coming together to support one another in their darkest hours. The United States Geological Survey, a respected voice in seismic activity monitoring, predicts a grim reality. The death toll could exceed 10,000, a number almost too devastating to comprehend. Scientists work tirelessly to understand the full impact of the quake, a number almost too devastating to comprehend. The scale of the disaster has overwhelmed local resources, with medical staff and emergency services stretched to their limits. The world watches heartbroken as the true scale of the disaster unfolds, the numbers painting a grim picture of loss and despair. International aid efforts are being organized, with countries around the globe offering support, the numbers painting a grim picture of loss and despair. Infographics and news reports highlight the staggering casualty numbers, while families mourn and rescue workers continue their efforts. The task ahead is monumental to provide aid, comfort, and hope to a nation reeling from an unprecedented tragedy. International aid is arriving, bringing much-needed medical supplies and support. Communities are beginning to rebuild, finding strength in unity and resilience. Mandalay, once a vibrant tapestry of history, culture, and life, now stands as a stark symbol of the earthquake's brutal force. The city, known for its rich heritage and bustling streets, has been transformed almost beyond recognition. The city, located perilously close to the epicenter, bore the brunt of the tremor's fury, its landscape forever altered by the disaster. The once familiar streets now resemble a war zone, with every corner telling a story of destruction. Buildings, once symbols of strength and permanence, have been reduced to rubble, their skeletal remains casting long shadows over streets littered with debris. The architectural marvels that once stood tall are now mere memories, buried under heaps of concrete and steel. Homes, businesses, and cherished landmarks, all crumbled under the unforgiving power of the earthquake, leaving behind a trail of devastation that stretches as far as the eye can see. The heart of the city, once beating with life, now echoes with silence and despair. Bridges, vital lifelines connecting communities, lie broken and impassable, their twisted metal a testament to the sheer force of the tremors. These structures, once facilitating the flow of life and commerce, now stand as barriers, isolating neighborhoods and complicating rescue efforts. Roads, once bustling with life, are now cracked and buckled, rendered unusable by the earth's violent upheaval. The pathways that once connected people and places are now treacherous, making movement and aid delivery a daunting task. The cityscape, once familiar and comforting, has been transformed into an obstacle course of danger and despair. Every step taken is fraught with peril, as the ground beneath remains unstable and unpredictable. Amidst this landscape of devastation, a frantic search for survivors continues. Rescue workers, driven by hope and determination, comb through the wreckage, listening for any signs of life. Trapped beneath the rubble of collapsed buildings, countless souls await rescue, their survival depending on the tireless efforts of first responders and volunteers. Each rescue is a race against time, with every second counting. But the challenges are immense. The scale of the destruction is overwhelming and the resources are stretched thin. The lack of heavy machinery essential for moving debris and reaching those trapped beneath hampers rescue efforts, turning each passing moment into a desperate race against time. The resilience and spirit of the people, however, shine through the darkness as they come together to face this monumental challenge. In the wake of the devastation, international aid has begun to trickle into the affected regions. Humanitarian organizations are working tirelessly, but the situation on the ground is volatile and unpredictable. The tremor, though distant, had a deadly impact on the region. Buildings collapsed, roads were rendered impassable, and countless lives were lost or disrupted. The aftermath of the quake has left communities grappling with the enormity of the disaster. In the ruins of Bangkok, desperation and determination are palpable. Residents are sifting through the debris, searching for loved ones, and salvaging what they can. Amidst the chaos, there are stories of incredible resilience and hope, as people come together to rebuild their lives. The international community is extending a hand to both Myanmar and Thailand, offering support and resources. Relief efforts are underway, but the road to recovery will be long and arduous. It is a time for solidarity and compassion as the world rallies to help those in need. Pray for both people of Myanmar and Thailand. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more news insight illustration.